I watched my friend accidentally eat her way into a new life, and yes, it all started with mangoes. I watched Chloe change her life with fruits, nuts, and pure stubbornness. I never thought fruits could cause this much drama, but that is exactly what happened when my neighbor Chloe decided to stop eating almost everything except natural food. No packaged snacks, no fried stuff, no random late-night junk, no sugary drinks that look like colored chemicals. Just fruits, vegetables, nuts, herbs, and roots. That was her plan. And I watched the whole thing from the beginning, from the slow weight gain nobody noticed at first, to the frustration, to the funny struggles, to the weird food experiments, to the day she celebrated losing her first 5 kilos by dancing in oversized slippers in her living room. I lived 2 apartments away from her, so I saw her almost every day, and her journey did not look like those perfect stories people post online. It was messy, slow, funny, sometimes confusing, and very real. This is her story, or at least the version I personally witnessed. I met Chloe about 3 years ago when she moved into our apartment building. She was impossible to ignore, not just because of her smooth chocolate skin that always seemed to glow under sunlight, but because of her energy. She laughed loudly, spoke warmly, and made friends easily. She was the kind of person who could start a full conversation with a stranger in the elevator and leave them smiling. She worked from home doing online customer service, which meant she spent most of her day sitting in front of a computer, but her personality was lively enough to fill any space. She loved comfortable clothes, cozy evenings, and most importantly, food. Chloe did not just like food. She loved food deeply, seriously, and passionately. She talked about food constantly, watched cooking videos while eating, followed restaurant pages online, and treated meals like small celebrations. Her phone gallery was filled with pictures of meals from different angles, like they were celebrities. At the beginning, Chloe carried some extra weight, but she seemed comfortable and happy in her body. She wore bright dresses, joked about her love for snacks, and never appeared worried about her size. But slowly, over time, small habits started adding up. Her lifestyle was very simple and very still. She woke up, opened her laptop, worked for hours without moving much, ordered food when hungry, snacked while working, then relaxed with movies and more snacks before sleeping. Because she worked from home, there was almost no reason for her to go outside unless necessary. Food delivery bikes became regular visitors to her door, sometimes arriving 2 or 3 times a day. She joked that cooking caused stress while delivery brought peace, and at the time we all laughed with her, not realizing those small daily choices were quietly changing her body. Her weight gain did not happen suddenly. It happened slowly, like something creeping in quietly. Her clothes started fitting tighter, but she ignored it. She began choosing loose outfits, saying they were more comfortable. She complained sometimes about feeling tired after simple activities, but she always brushed it off with humor. I remember one day we walked to a small shop just 10 minutes away, and halfway there she suddenly stopped, breathing heavily, and said she needed to rest. We both laughed at the time, but moments like that became more frequent. She avoided stairs, saying elevators were her best friends. She started talking about knee discomfort and back pain. She moved less, slept more, and her once endless energy slowly reduced. Her laughter was still there, but sometimes it sounded tired. Chloe's relationship with food was complicated in a very ordinary way. She did not always eat because she was hungry. She ate because food was comforting, entertaining, and always available. If she felt bored, she ate. If she felt happy, she celebrated with food. If she felt stressed, food helped her relax. If she watched a movie, snacks were required. One time, she told me very seriously that she did not trust people who did not snack, and I never forgot that statement. Her kitchen was always full of packaged items like chips, biscuits, sweet drinks, instant noodles, and ready-made meals. Her refrigerator looked like a small shop. She also ate extremely fast, finishing full meals in minutes. When I once asked if she even tasted her food, she laughed and said she trusted the flavor. The turning point came one quiet morning that I still remember clearly. Chloe called me and asked me to come over. Her voice sounded different, not dramatic or emotional, just calm and serious. When I arrived, she stood in front of her mirror wearing a dress she used to love. The zipper would not close. She kept trying, then stopped and stared at her reflection for a long time. After a moment of silence, she said something very simple. She did not feel like herself anymore. She said she was tired of feeling heavy, tired of getting tired easily, tired of avoiding mirrors, tired of struggling with simple things like walking short distances. There were no tears, no drama, just quiet honesty. That moment marked the beginning of her decision to change. I expected her to join a gym or follow a strict diet plan like many people do. Instead, she chose something surprisingly simple. She decided to eat only natural foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts, herbs, and roots. Nothing processed, nothing packaged, nothing fried, nothing artificial. When she told me, I honestly thought she would give up within 2 days, because this was the same person who once ordered snacks at midnight because she felt bored. But Chloe was serious. She cleaned her kitchen, threw away packaged foods, and filled her space with fresh produce. That was the day the mango incident happened, which I consider the true beginning of her journey. Her new lifestyle started with a large basket of mangoes. She ate mango for breakfast, mango for lunch, mango for snacks, and by evening she looked completely tired of mangoes, but still continued because she did not want to break her rule. Her kitchen changed quickly. Where there were once chips and biscuits, there were now bananas, cucumbers, and leafy vegetables. Sugary drinks disappeared and were replaced with water and natural juices. Her trash bin no longer contained wrappers but fruit peels and vegetable remains. The first week was chaotic and full of complaints. She missed her old foods terribly and kept saying vegetables were not exciting. She searched for simple recipes online and tried cooking natural meals, but many early attempts failed. She burned vegetables, made strange herbal drinks that tasted terrible, and once created a green smoothie so thick that the spoon could stand upright inside it. One of the biggest changes she made was learning to eat slowly. This was extremely difficult for her because she was used to finishing meals quickly. She began using a timer and forced herself to chew carefully and actually taste her food. At first, she said, eating slowly was boring because it gave her too much time to think, but gradually she noticed she felt full faster and needed smaller portions. Her kitchen slowly became like a small science lab where she experimented with blending fruits, roasting nuts, boiling roots, and making vegetable soups. Some results were delicious, others were terrible, but she kept trying and improving. After the first month, Small changes became noticeable. Her face looked less puffy, her energy improved slightly, and she slept better. She began tracking her progress in a notebook, recording her meals, energy levels, mood, and weight. She treated her new lifestyle like a personal project. There were many funny moments during this time. She once carried boiled sweet potatoes in her handbag and offered one to a confused taxi driver. Another time, she brought roasted nuts to the cinema instead of popcorn, and the loud crunching attracted attention from everyone nearby. She also learned that eating too many beans has certain effects that made her laugh and complain at the same time. By the second month, her routine became more stable. She started taking morning walks, eating fruit for breakfast, vegetables for lunch, nuts for snacks, and light dinners. She learned about portion sizes and improved her cooking skills. Her sugar cravings reduced gradually, and her mood became calmer. However, the journey was not always easy. Some weeks showed little progress, which frustrated her. She sometimes felt tempted by her old favorite foods and once almost ordered pizza before calling me instead. So I could talk until the craving passed. She said changing her habits felt like training her mind to think differently about food. As time passed, Chloe began discovering new natural foods like avocado, spinach, ginger, turmeric, almonds, and sweet potatoes. She experimented with simple recipes and sometimes invited neighbors to taste her cooking, which was usually good, though not always successful. By the third month, her progress became clearly visible. Her clothes fit better, her movements were lighter, and her laughter returned fully. She began doing light exercise like stretching and short workouts, nothing extreme, just simple daily movement. She also developed a new relationship with food. It was no longer entertainment or comfort, but something that gave her energy. She ate when hungry and stopped when satisfied, something she had never practiced before. Chloe started enjoying simple, everyday experiences, like the natural sweetness of fresh fruit, the calm feeling of walking outdoors, and the satisfaction of cooking her own meals. She also realized she was saving money by not ordering takeout, which made her surprisingly happy. By the fourth month, her confidence had grown significantly. She wore old clothes again, stood straighter, smiled more, and no longer avoided cameras. One morning, I saw her jogging slowly outside, waving proudly and shouting that she felt like she was flying. It was a small moment, but showed how far she had come. People around her began noticing her transformation and asking questions. Some were curious about her method, others doubted it, but Chloe simply shared her experience without forcing her ideas on anyone. By the fifth month, her new lifestyle felt natural to her. Cravings were rare, her energy remained steady, and her focus shifted from losing weight to maintaining health and balance. Her final transformation was not just physical. She looked lighter and stronger, but more importantly, she seemed calm and comfortable with herself. She celebrated her progress in a simple way by preparing a large bowl of fresh fruit salad, playing music, and dancing in her living room. I joined her, and we laughed until we were tired. Watching Chloe's journey taught me many simple lessons. Change happens slowly, habits shape daily life, and small choices repeated consistently can create big results. She did not try to be perfect, she simply stayed consistent and patient. If there is one simple lesson from Chloe's journey, it is this: small daily choices quietly change everything. Eat better, move more, Stay patient and give yourself time. And maybe keep some mangoes nearby, but not too many. Subscribe, like, and comment. Also, check out our channel for more wellness tips.